Hi, I'm Caitlin, and these are the 10 questions for the Sales and Merchandising Associate position for Mark Anthony. So question 1, why are you passionate about beverage alcohol and building your career in the industry? So with such a growing and expanding industry, such as the alcohol industry, I think it is creating a lot of opportunity and experience for young people such as myself. It's a very attracting industry, and it's really a great field for career growth and networking opportunity and experience for sure. Personally, I've always had a ton of interest in promotion for different brands, and definitely have gotten more interested in the alcohol industry and kind of representing a brand in different events or promoting it in some way, whether that's events or definitely distribution for different liquor stores or suppliers. As well, I do see myself kind of growing and moving forward in this industry, and I am excited to get my foot in the door for sure. I think that I do want to be working in an environment that's hands-on and very involved with customers and communication between different companies, and just very, very involved, whether it's kind of like more on my own or within a team. Just being as involved as possible is super important to me for any job. So yeah. Number 2, what excites you about working customer retail liquor store facing role this summer? So I'm definitely most excited about learning how to professionally and efficiently talk to brands and talk to consumers about the product. I also think experiencing real life situations with customers and different brands could increase my experience for future opportunity in this industry. It's also definitely exciting to think about working with a group of other students who are in a similar position as me and learning from each other and growing together as a group, all towards a shared goal of learning more about sales and merchandising. I think is just super, super interesting and a great opportunity. Another part of this position which excites me is being able to improve already existing social skills and developing those professional and sophisticated communication, and even just expanding vocabulary in general is really, really important and could apply to real world situations. So there's a lot to learn from this position, and I can't wait. Question 3, tell us about your university degree program. How did you choose your school and program? So I'm currently studying at Western University in the Business Management Organizational Studies program, looking to specialize in consumer behavior between 3rd and 4th year. When I was first looking at programs, I was more drawn to tourism and hospitality programs, but they didn't really offer enough like different business aspects, which I was interested in. So when I came across the one at Western, I was 100% into it. And definitely that it had that consumer behavior specialization. I'd never seen that before. It was very, had more of the creative aspects of business rather than just the finance and accounting kind of parts of it. So I was like, my friend told me about it and I looked into it, and it was just sounded like the perfect program for me. All 4 years I looked into it, the different modules within the programs and credits that I needed, things like that. And I was definitely interested. It became pretty clear early on that I wanted to work in events and promotion with growing and new brands, working on expanding and driving sales within these brands and things like that. I was just pretty keen on definitely events in general and representing different brands within events. And then kind of from there, it turned into, okay, well, a huge industry right now that's growing is alcohol. So then it kind of just developed like that. But I definitely thought that this degree would be pretty perfect for what I wanted to do and wasn't too kind of intense for me, and still had those aspects of marketing, organizational behavior studies, HR, management, things like that I'm very, very interested in. So Question 4, tell us about the best team you've worked on. What made it so great? So actually, this was my most recent job, was this past summer. I was working at it was called Sea Dragon Scuba Charters. So they offered scuba diving equipment courses through PADI, and then also different kayaking and snorkeling tours as well. So I'd worked there. It had now been my 3rd summer. I was a tour guide. So I was basically taking groups of up to 20 people out to different spots on the West Coast to see like seal colonies and just looking at all the marine life that the Pacific Northwest has to offer. And so that job was a lot of fun, but it taught me a lot about leadership and responsibility, because it was a family-owned business by a couple, an older couple, and it was a little bit, the business side of it was run a little bit poorly. So all the employees kind of had to take everything into their own hands. And I was definitely working the tour guide role, but I was also doing retailing and registering clients through PADI, and definitely juggling a couple things at once. And actually in the middle of the summer, our boat, which did all the scuba tours, all the kayaking and snorkeling, and just would bring our clients to wherever, it fully broke down. So that was a huge thing in the business. That was, immediately we couldn't be taking our customers out on tours anymore. So that was a huge thing for the business. So as all the employees, we kind of came together and thought of different ways to get our customers in the water again. And so we kind of created a plan for the rest of the summer, the rest of the season, that would still be able to be bringing in some sort of profit at all. And we were still doing rentals and selling the whole retail side of it, like selling equipment and things like that. But it was really hard, but it was an experience for sure. No one expected it to, so it was just completely random, and we all had to just evolve and overcome, and that's exactly what we did. And it was a really, our team was super close, and we managed to get through the summer completely fine, and it definitely was a learning experience for everyone involved. Question 5, what excites you about representing Mark Anthony's, White Claw, and Dillon's brands? So from what I've read about, heard about, know about, Mark Anthony is Canada's most growing alcohol retailing company. And it's definitely going in the right direction in terms of expansion and just growing as a team and all of that. I think that this is definitely a brand I would be honored to work with. I would love to work with you guys and just be a part of it. This is definitely a company which could be the start of my career in this industry. So I think it's definitely a good place to start for someone like me who's super interested in getting into this industry. Because it's based out of BC, and that's where my kind of like home province, I really am excited about being able to work and do something I really enjoy within, whether that's Vancouver, North Shore, just BC in general, Kelowna. And with that, Kelowna I would consider it a second home, because I have had a cabin. I've gone up in the summer to my cabin in the Okanagan for years now, and I'm super familiar and comfortable with the area. So having the opportunity to be able to go up to Kelowna and either, whether there's events or just work opportunity up there, it's super exciting to think that that I'll be working within BC, because I love BC and definitely want to stay there as long as I can. Question 6, imagine you are a territory sales representative with Mark Anthony. You are focused on selling Dillon's to a retail liquor store manager. What would your sales pitch be to get Dillon's new innovation in the store? So if I were to sit down with a liquor store manager, I would 100% sell the key vision of the company, which is better ingredients, better the product. So this kind of separates Dillon's from other gin companies as well as spirits in general. I would definitely also mention that each bottle has a story, and of its own, which creates a novelty and uniqueness to each bottle, which the consumers can experience. Another huge part of this company is the emphasis on homegrown, ethically sourced ingredients, ethically manufactured gin. The entire local aspect, supporting local brands, is definitely an important aspect. A key aspect of the selection of the product is the pre-made stirred cocktails, because it's a growing trend in the alcohol industry for these brands to create coolers and seltzers and spritzers. It's definitely a trend that's targeting a younger adult demographic who's looking for an alternative that's cost-friendly and efficient, just a way of consuming the product which is easier for them. And having these pre-made cocktails in as many stores as possible would be really good for the brand, and a definite selling point for the company. Number 7, what makes you the best candidate for this position? So I've always been super driven in every aspect of my life, especially social situations. I really enjoy the process of networking and exchanging stories between people, hearing about their experiences and telling them about mine, and bringing kind of an energy to each situation. I do have lots of plans to pursue a career in this industry, and this is a company and a position which could definitely be the start of something super big for me, which is just a really exciting thing to think about as well. This opportunity would give me the chance to pursue these future goals I have in mind in terms of the industry. And just as an individual, I think I would prosper in this field and in this position, especially in the summer. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm super excited about it, and I'm just really glad that I've had the opportunity to be able to do this interview. So thank you so much, and I look forward to talking to you guys soon. Thanks.